There has been tons of exciting Disney news, and we're here to give you the latest update.
Disney is moving to reopen the parks.
From Shanghai
to Disney World
to the Disneyland Resort.
We have all of the latest updates, and we are so excited to bring them to you guys.
Hey Insiders!
We want to give a huge shout out to everyone who subscribed and clicked the notification bell.
Because we know that you're the first to see the latest Disney news.
So now let's jump right in and talk about what's going on in the Disney World.
So the Walt Disney Company recently had their quarterly shareholder call where Bob Chapek gave us some really interesting news.
Disney's quarterly financial report showed a 94% decrease in revenue.
Yeah, that is a huge drop for Disney. That's a total of $1.4 billion in the parks alone.
Wow.
Despite all this, they still managed to take care of their cast members for as long as they could. But enough talk about money. Let's talk about reopening the parks.
Yeah, that's what we're all here for. We're all
yeah.
here for the reopening. And in that same shareholder meeting, Bob Chapek gave us some really exciting news about what the park is going to look like moving forward with reopening.
Disney quickly moved toward explaining how clean they were going to keep the park once it reopened.
Not only are they going to be cleaning down handrails and ride vehicles, but also the walls, the floors, everything. Between overnight and in between rides, the entire park is going to be sterilized.
That's going to be so cool.
But not just sanitizing, Disney is also doing an amazing job making sure that everyone maintains their social distancing, or as we like to call it, physically distanced.
Because you see, we like interacting with you guys socially.
Yes, so we're only physically distant, not
Exactly.
socially distant.
The number one thing that everyone had been talking about is how are they going to be able to keep that 6 feet apart while also waiting in line because they're so tight.
Yeah, so in the lines in particular, they're going to have little blocks on the ground that are going to be painted, and it's going to say do not stand here, and that's going to ensure that everyone stays 6 feet apart while they're in lines.
On top of that, everyone who enters the park is going to be wearing a mask. All the guests and all the cast members, and they even started selling some really cute Disney masks on Shop Disney.
Yes, there's a Baby Yoda
I know,
mask!
and then there's like the Marvel and the Hulk. It's going to be so
one's
cool.
a little Marie mouth, super cute.
Yeah, totally a great way that Disney is keeping the magic alive through all this, letting us all sport our favorite Disney characters while still wearing a mask and staying safe.
It's definitely a good idea. To further protect us, Disney has announced that all parks will be only held at 30% capacity, so there'll be less people.
Like, that's a lot less people.
Yeah.
Like, the park capacity is so huge, only 30% is going to be like a ghost town when you're
park's
actually
It's going to
there.
be a
empty.
lot of space. Now for some amazing news.
Shanghai Disneyland will be opening May 11th.
Woohoo! I am so excited about that, and I completely trust Disney that they're going to make sure that they keep us all safe and make sure we maintain the social distancing and sanitize the parks. It's really going to be fantastic.
Shanghai Disneyland was the first park to close way back in January. So it's been like about 4 months now.
We know that Disneyland will be practicing everything they preach to keep this park clean and test it for Disney parks worldwide.
But we have some big news. It was caught that Disneyland Shanghai was testing their fireworks show.
Yes!
That is so exciting. That means that they're going to have their fireworks show back, and it was just such a nice thing to see the Disneyland fireworks once again.
So excited for the magic of the fireworks.
Yes.
And they've also been strategically opening their resort. So they started with the shopping, which I was very excited about. Then they moved on to all of the resorts, and finally,
They're opening the park on May 11th.
It's gonna be great. And speaking of phasing things, Walt Disney World, they have just started this reopening phase process.
Yeah, they literally just started the process with Phase 1 in Walt Disney World in Florida in Disney Springs. They started opening some of the third-party restaurants.
and the shops!
Of course.
It's gonna be great. Starting May 20th, and those will be available with the hopes of the rest of the parks opening soon.
It is very exciting for Florida, and everyone is super excited to be able to experience some of the magic again here in the United States.
Just a little bit.
It's very, very exciting.
Which brings us to the Disneyland Resort.
Our personal favorite of all of them.
Obviously. Now, Disneyland is definitely not as far along as Disney World.
They're definitely behind.
The resorts just moved from taking reservations from June 1st all the way to July 1st. But at the moment, we're just going baby steps, pushing it out 1 month at a time
Exactly.
until we can open.
Yes, we're kind of happy it's not any longer than it is now.
Yeah.
But
But-
the good news is that construction has recently been opened back up at the Disneyland Resort.
This is a big deal, and we've caught some aerial footage that you guys are going to be so excited about.
Check it, the Quinjet has arrived in Marvel's Avengers Campus.
And a Chinese runaway railway just got a shipment of steel in so that they can start building it.
Yeah, they are finally breaking ground, and that is super cool.
It is.
Now, the opening date for that attraction did get pushed back to 2022 because of the delays, but it's still optimistic that now we can start construction once again.
And
Definitely.
Avengers Campus was pushed back a little bit too, but we have no definite news on that.
Yes, I think
Yes.
it's currently just unknown.
Yes. Now there are still some things that they can do construction on. For example, the Snow White ride or,
Or the carousel.
Right, but despite that, Downtown Disney construction has also returned, so
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
it's really good to see the essential construction finally. We're finally getting the wheels
Right.
turning
Oh,
to
yeah.
park opening.
working.
It's good to see that we're taking baby steps in all directions in 3 different Disney parks.
Yeah, but even without the Disney parks, it's been really amazing and really heartwarming to see the Disney magic stay alive in the Disney community and in the hearts of everyone, and not just in the parks.
They're proving that Disney is really everywhere, and they have the Disney Family Sing Along Volume 2 coming to ABC.
Yes!
I'm so excited!
That's gonna be so cool. The first one was so entertaining. I
It
can't
was
wait to see
really
the second
great.
one's like.
And they've also been keeping it alive with tapings of the parades and fireworks shows.
Yes, they just released the Disney World Happily Ever After fireworks, and they're so
It
good.
was so good.
Beautiful.
Like,
So
we
good.
obviously haven't been to Disney World in far too long because that show was amazing.
Yeah, we hadn't seen it, and we're like, how?
And the genies from the original Disney's California Adventure Aladdin show.
Yeah!
They're doing
what
so
a throwback.
many cool things.
Oh.
Really, we just want to take this moment and say thank you, Disney,
Yes,
for
thank
keeping
you.
the magic alive.
Disney is doing so much for us, and if you want the Disney parks to open sooner, stay home and stay safe.
Yes,
Yes.
please. And thank you so much to our essential workers who are out there on the front line every day protecting us.
You mean the world to us.
Yeah.
Thank you. Make sure to stay tuned to our channel because we got some fun surprises for you guys.
Alright, see you guys.
Thanks,
Space
Insiders.
Insiders.